Right, let's try and build a function that works along with our variables, that passes in data, and that also is being run by us by using the name of the function that passes in the data. And then instead of using the console log, we're going to use the document getElementById into the inner HTML and then printing out our information. So that was a lot of blah, but it's really not that crazy. So let's just let's just go through it. So we're going to create a function first of all, and we're going to use the same my name. So if you still have this, you can reuse it. So we have our function up here with say my name, and after this we are going to call it down here, and we're still going to be using the parameter of name. So we still want to print out like Homer Simpson in our case. Remember all these semicolons, of course. And again, if you use this is the camel casing way of writing text. Remember, if you write something capital or small, if I do this down here, this won't work. So you can see also now they're not yellow because they're not the same anymore. So it's very case sensitive, this JavaScript, and a lot of other programming. Anyways, let's go back to this. We created a function. We are passing in a parameter from down here. So invoking our function, passing in Homer Simpson to this parameter up here. And then we're going to print it out using the document. And then we're going to use the getElementById, and then the name of my ID, which was this one. Do this, hit me. And then we're going to use the inner HTML. So this is telling it where to look, go into the document, go to this specific thing, and be prepared to write out if I'm also writing HTML, but also text. And what do I need to write out? So we are going to assign the value here of what we want to print out. And what we want to print out is the name, right? We want it to print out Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson. So Homer Simpson, Homer Simpson, Homer Simpson. Awesome. Let's do it. Save, go to your browser, and now it prints out Homer Simpson. So we just successfully created a function, added a name, put in a parameter, passing data through the parameter, having the function only being run when we invoke it at our specific time and down here. So we could do a lot of functions before this and not a lot of code, and then printing out this specific place at a given time. Kind of what I wanted to show you for this session here, and we're going to be adding more on top of our our JavaScript in the coming videos and session. And hopefully at the end of this introduction, this little crash course into JavaScript, we will be able to create something like this, or this is kind of the plan. So let's see how far it works. This is kind of what we want to be able to get through. So having some products being printed out using loops, using if statements, using JavaScript to sort by name, like up here, if I click sort by name, it goes to the A first, B, C, L, sort by price, so the lowest priced here, second, and so on, or reverse them around. Or we can even change the value of the VAT here. So if I type in a new name up here, so check the bottom, this is the number here with without VAT, and with added VAT, which is in Danish is moms. I don't know if there's something specific, taxes basically. So if I add 20% VAT, so it changes down here. So this value down here changes whenever we do something specific up here. This is what I hope we can be able to do by the end of the coming weeks, before we get back into the Ionic for the application or the mobile application development. But hopefully we'll get to this part here within a few weeks, so we can build this code to make the page look like this, to print out information. And again, this will be about printing information and sorting information. There won't be anything with adding it for now, at least, adding new stuff that will be done manually. But this uses arrays, objects, functions, and so on and so on. So hopefully we'll get to this within a few weeks. See you in the next videos.